Hello everyone, my name is Grace Ogioke, your number one do-it-yourself advocate and also a language ambassador. Well, that's a story for another day, I can always say. One day we'll talk about language, but not today. Now, those who know me well and have interacted with me over the time know that I am a strong advocate for everyone to go learn and acquire a skill. Not just any skill, but a skill that can fetch you some money and also save you a lot of money, especially with the present economic situation we're faced with in this country. So, before I proceed, hope you've watched my video on chemical functions. The video will give you a foundation, a knowledge, the basic knowledge you need to produce quality, beauty, sanitary and cleaning products. Now with that being said, today I'm going to teach us two very unique formulas on how to produce liquid soap. Yes, you may ask, why liquid soap? But I must tell you that liquid soap is the most used product in Nigeria today after food. Yes, I'm sure if you do that statistics, you know I'm very right. And even though many people claim to do, liquid soap, not many can do a quality liquid soap. A quality liquid soap that foams very well, that cleans very well. And not just that, a very affordable one that can earn you some money when you go into, selling of this product. Also, some of my students have actually asked me over and over and over again that they've actually noticed two different kinds of liquid soap from all this, top brands you find in the market. One is usually transparent and the other one is, normal. Okay, I want to teach us how to make such kind of liquid soap, the transparent one and the normal liquid soap you find in the market. We'll package it all today. As you can see, I have my containers here with me, and now it's time for us to get practical. Let's see the two different kind of liquid soap you say you can sell in the market and how to actually make them. Come and look. Okay, like I told you, we're getting practical. And I really know why I'm doing this. I've gotten tons of questions. A lot of people are asking me, there's a different kind of soap you see in the market. I want to teach you that different kind of soap because the truth is, at the end of the day, it is the effectiveness of your soap that matters. And yes, people are branding, and that transparency actually makes it look good, but doesn't mean that your normal soap is also not as effective as the other one. So before you today is the list of chemicals and the quantities we're going to be using to make this production. We're doing 10 liters each of the transparent and non-transparent kind of liquid soap. So as you can see, I have liquid soap production. It's actually 10 liters each. And before you it's transparent and non-transparent liquid soap. For the transparent, which is going to be in this bucket, I'll be using Texapon, precisely 1/2 kg for this 10 liters. I'll also be using SLS, 1/8 kg. I'll be using salt, yes, salt, 350 grams, and I'll be using my perfume and color. As you can see, for the transparent, I'm only going to be using 5 chemicals. Now for the non-transparent is the normal chemicals we use for liquid soap. Your nitroso, caustic, soda ash, STPP, sulfonic, formalin, color and perfume. Now for this 10 liters, I'll be using 1/16 kg for my 10 liters. 1/16 kg nitro soap. Caustic soda, I'll be using 1/16 as well. Soda ash, I'll be using 1/4 kg. STPP, I'll be using 1/8 kg. Sulfonic, I'll be using 1/2 half liter. I mean. Formalin, I'll be using 30 ml. And my color perfume, will be 20 ml for each of this production for my 10 liters. So that is that for that on the list of chemicals we'll be using. Now it's time to get practical. The first thing I'm going to be doing, I'm focusing on the transparent now, is to add in my Texapon. This is the Texapon I listed here, and this is 1/2 kg. It's going into my 10 liters of water in this bucket. I'm using transparent bucket so that you can see the outcome of the soap at the end of the day. You just stir, that's all. Once you add in your Texapon, you stir. I always advise, please don't just watch this video. I want you to watch and practice. Give me your feedback on how your own turned out. I'm here to support you and encourage you. It's all about learning a skill that will fetch you money. Trust me, this will fetch you tons of money. I'm sure you go to the market and see all those top brands and you wonder, how is theirs looking like this and my own soap does not look this way? Okay, yours is going to look this way now. Just watch and see what I do at the end of this production. And you'll see that there's no difference between this and what you see in the market. So you just keep stirring. Stir for like 10 minutes. Now we stir for like 10 minutes. The next I'm adding now is our SLS. I bet you've never seen a liquid soap like this. If you stay with me for as long as you can, because I really want you to perfect your skills, not just learning once. I'm trying to show you, teach you all I know. Like I always say, it is do it yourself. There's nothing you can do if you put it to practice. So what is going in here is our SLS. Just mix up together. You keep stirring as you do. I like to do things different. A lot of people may have seen production of liquid soap. In fact, sometimes I've watched videos of liquid soap and it amazes me how people use 13, 14. Some even use 15 to make liquid soap, and I'm like, for real? So but today we're using just 8 chemicals to get a perfect liquid soap. For this transparent, we're using just 5 chemicals. So in here is our Texaphone and our SLS mixed up in a 10-liter water. Keep stirring. Don't worry, it will dissolve itself, because you know I'm doing 2 different soaps. I intend to go and start making the other one so that we don't waste too much time. So what you do now is probably leave it for a while and allow it to dissolve. But once in a while you stir. Once in a while you stir. Okay. Now I have stirred this for like 10 minutes. As you can see, we're getting there. It's gradually dissolving itself. I told you what I did here was just to put Texaphone and SLS in 10 liters of water. Don't mix it up. I'm doing 2 different kind of soap, please. So I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing today. So now I'm going to leave this for a while. I'm coming to my non-transparent. I told you we're doing 10 liters of liquid soap today, isn't it? So here I've divided my water into 7 liters and then 3 liters. Why? Because I would use this to mix my other chemicals. So the first thing you put, as usual, is your nitro soap. Now this is my nitro soap. I told you we're going to be using 1/16 kg. Okay. I always put the scale so that you could have an idea of what 1/16 looks like. So this is 1/16 kg. I've explained this before, so go search for my video and then discover how you could get your measurement. So the first thing you put for non-transparent is your nitro soap. You stir. Remember I told you from the beginning I intend to teach you a very unique formula. This, I'm supposed to be charging tons and tons of money for it, but I like to be sincere with myself. I know what some of you are going through. The truth is, the messages I get every day touches my heart. So I want to see how we can both change our financial situations together. Learn this particular skill. Learn how to make this soap. It's unique, it's beautiful. And trust me, for anyone you supply to will always my money on that, because I have not really seen, it took me time to do this research, and since then it's been working for me. You stir your nitro soap in 7 liters of water, since we're doing 10 liters. Pardon me, but I'm trying to get all my nitro soap out. Okay. That's for 1/16 kg of nitro soap. Now we'll stir. You're expected to do this for like 10-15 minutes. If you really know what makes soap to have lumps is when you don't get your nitroso right. So I advise you, please stir this for at least 10-15 minutes to make sure that it dissolves properly. Okay, now I have stirred this for like 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes, but I want to show you something. Remember this, you can see the transparency taking place already. Now this is just the beginning. At the end of this video, you're going to see how clear this is. You could actually see your face in it. While if you notice our nitroso, now that's why we label this as transparent and non-transparent. Remember, what is in here is just hexapon and SLS in 10 liters of water. Now, but what I have here is just my nitroso. Now, the next thing I want to do is to expose my unique formula for my liquid soap I've been telling you about. Before now, what others do is mix all of these other chemicals in little waters, and well, guess what? The best way to get results in this is to do this. Mix all of your chemicals in here, and I'm referring to your caustic soda, I'm referring to your soda ash and your STPP in this little water. Remember, I divided mine. I have 7 liters here, I have 3 liters here. So in here goes my STPP. That's one. The next I'm adding now is my soda ash. Stir. Please, I have taught us about being careful with chemicals. The next we're adding is our caustic soda. I've told you what major thing this does. It produces a lot of fuel. So ideally I should have my face mask on, but I have to communicate to you now so that you understand it. So, but when you're doing this at home, since you're not teaching anybody, please wear your face mask, because this particular one produces a lot of fumes. And then you mix. You could do this for like 10 minutes. This is what makes my own liquid so very unique. The 3 chemicals going together gives it a very strong and effective, end result. In transparent, non-transparent liquid soap, like I said, this obviously, as you can see, is getting clearer by the day, but you're still going to see how clear it becomes at the end of today's production. Now this is our non-transparent. In here I mixed my nitroso. Now this is the mixture of my caustic soda, soda ash and my STPP. In 3 liters of water, I have stirred this for like 15 minutes. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to mix my sulfonic. This is basically the unique formula I was telling you about. Ideally, for some, you add directly, but there's a trick I always use. So in here goes my sulfonic. I'm sure you know this is one of the important chemical you need for liquid soap. It's a strong forming agent and also a good booster. So we'll put this in. This is an empty bowl I'm using. I told you to start this, you don't need to break the bank. All this you see here is what I use in my day-to-day, it's what I use in my house. I like to be real and practical with you, so you don't tell me you don't have money to buy this. You could get this from you in your kitchen. When you're done, you wash. So now what I usually do and what stands me out in a society like this, remember the 3 chemicals I told you I added here. And for me, I like to simplify my own production. For me, I see liquid soap. You can liken this liquid soap as to when you're making pap. Remember that process of dissolving your pap and you're adding your hot water and what it looks like. Now that's what will happen here now. I am going to be sharing this into 2. I'm going to be pouring half in here to mix my sulfonic. Now that's half, right? I'm supposed to stir this particular one for like another 10-15 minutes. You can see what it is doing already. Okay, and then the next thing I'll do is to add the remaining half into my nitro soap. So you add this gradually. You can get a bigger bowl when you're doing your studio. I'm sure you're seeing what is happening here already. Just stir gently. Okay, so as you can see, I just added my mixed sulfonic in here. So you're going to stir for at least 15 to 20 minutes to get all the chemicals to dissolve well. Okay, now still on our non-transparent, remember what I did the last? I added my 3 chemicals in here, caustic soda, STPP and soda ash in 3 liters of water, divided the water into 2, poured half of it in my sulfonic. So, and after I mixed the sulfonic, I added it in here plus the remaining 3 chemicals that was in this transparent bucket. So, as you can see, our non-transparent soap is taking shape gradually. You just have to give it some time to really settle. You can see the thickness already. The soap itself is getting thicker. But because I'm doing 2 different kinds of soap, I'm going to pause on this for now and go back to our transparent. This is already very clear, as you can see. And like I told you, we're doing 10 liters here, and I'll be using 350 grams of salt. Now, each of these sachets actually is 250 grams. You all know this is the normal salt you see in the market. You don't necessarily have to use Dangote, any salt at all. But my take is that make sure it is 350 you're using. If it is 10 liter, you want to experiment. So I'm going to pour all of this in here. As you pour, you stir. As you pour, you stir. This is also a good thickening agent. This is replacing the nitro soap for you here. And also a strong preservative. So I'm going to be adding the remaining half of this 250. What is required is 350. I have poured 250, so I will just add probably half of this. Wow. And see our soap is actually getting thick by itself. That is what is expected to happen if you get it right. It's just on its own, you can see. Now the fact that you probably use lesser chemicals here doesn't mean your soap is not as effective as this. They are all both effective and also very good. The only difference here is that one will be transparent and the other won't. Wow. So that is our 350 grams of salt in our 10 liters of water mixed with Texaphone and SMS. You just keep stirring. You do this for like 10 minutes while we wait for our non-transparent to mix properly and settle. As you can see, it's been 4 hours later. The only thing that has changed here is my dressing, and that's because I was just called up for a meeting. Trust me, this is the same production. I'm going now to see a deal on actually a business deal I will share later. So, well, where we stopped was, we added salt in this, and if you remember the last time we stopped, it was kind of cloudy. And when you add salt in doing a transparent liquid soup, you're supposed to leave it for at least a reasonable number of hours for it to really settle. At least 5 hours for it to settle. And that's where you get the transparency. And then here is the non-transparent one. For some people it may seem as if I added it hurriedly. Well, when I started initially, I was also doing that whole soak caustic soda for a while, soak soda ash. Well, over time, maybe because of experience, I got a faster and more unique way of doing it.
Now this, you can see, is a non-transparent one. As you can see, it is actually getting, see, to even stir is kind of a problem. But what I advise to do is, if you probably have a supply for to do maybe the next day, I always tell you, do this a day before. That's when you get the best result of it. So now we're going to let this still settle for a while. But while we're waiting, I'm going to just go ahead and add our colors. Like I told us, I am going to be using lemon green for today's production. The only difference here is transparent and not transparent. I have here my lemon color. As you can see, I already brought out 1 liter of water that I'm going to be sharing between the two, but I will just do it gradually. And then you add your color. I always advise you put your color first in water to get the texture you want. Some people don't like theirs, too greenish. So while you pour, you stir. As soon as you get the color you want, you stop. So in goes my color. My aim is to get lemon green. I told you I wanted to achieve lemon green. If you want to do the same and achieve same results, please just a little color of green is okay. So I will stop here. As you can see, it's still yet to dissolve properly. At the end of the day, you're going to see how clean, clear, transparent it will be. Okay. So the next place I'll be going to is my non-transparent. Now for this, I won't be adding my color immediately. What I will add first is my formalin. Why? Because I intend to go supply this. This is actually for business. And one of the best ways to preserve your liquid soap is by adding a good preservative. Now you might be wondering why I didn't add preservative in this one, because salt already in this does three powerful, it's the first thing it does is to preserve. Second, it's actually a cleaning agent, and then third is a thickener. So I don't need to add formalin here. This soap alone is as effective as you can imagine. So like I said, I'll be using 30 ml for today's production, and in here I have 30 ml of formalin, which I'm going to be pouring in my non-transparent soap, and then you stir. Okay, so I have added my formalin in this, and then the next I'm going to be adding is my color. Like I told you, my aim is to get lemon green. This is what I want, and I want to do the same here. I don't necessarily have to pour all my color. So once I'm okay with the color, I stop. I also advise you do the same. Sometimes I want it dark green and I end up using all the color, but for today I'm targeting lemon green. The lesser color you put, the better you achieve the result you want. And then finally, please, I want to encourage and advise that we strictly work with exact measurements. Some of us have a way of doing completely opposite of what they watch from me, and they tell me, ma, they didn't get the same result. There's no way you do exactly what I have done today and you don't get the same result. This is not film trick. This is the exact practical. If you follow the steps, you're expected to get same results. So in goes my color. Okay, as you can see, I have gotten the color. I told you from the beginning I wanted lemon green, and from the looks you can see the difference between the two of them. That is why I call this transparent, non-transparent. This is obviously, from the looks of things, this is a little bit above 10 liters because of the color we had to add, but it's really still okay. So the next thing we're going to be adding is our perfume. But I would always advise, if you notice, this bucket definitely has covers, but before you put your perfume, make sure you're ready to package so that your perfume can always be retained in your containers. That's always the last thing I do. Once I add my perfume, I package. That way, anytime you open the container, that's the first thing that greets you, the fragrance. And I'm using lemon today because it's liquid soap, and that's like one of the favorite, like the nicest perfume you can use in making a liquid soap. So The next I'm doing is my packaging, and then you're going to see how that turns out as well. Okay, so now let's add our perfume. Now this is lemon, and this is exactly for 2 ml. I'm going to be sharing it into 2. I'll pour 20 in here. And then I'll pour, just stir for a while. And then you pour the remaining 20 in here. Remember the container that I showed you from the beginning of the video? So you're going to watch me do the packaging now. But the beauty of this is after packaging, still leave it for like at least 4 or 5 hours before you supply, so that you get the best result of this. Wow, we're good to go. Our soap is packaged and now it looks beautiful, doesn't it? I can bet you sure does. Looks beautiful. And like I said before, both are excellent for multi-purpose, and you could actually practice this, follow my exact steps, and you will surely get the same results. I'm here to guide you like I always tell you. Practice what you have learned now. You can see my nozzles. I don't like doing things that are common. I like to go for things that are unique. My nozzles sure look good, don't they? Yes. I like to use unique things, and I also advise you to use it, especially if you're starting, stand out in the market. And I can probably tell anyone who attempts to use the soap, whoever you give it to, will sure come back to you, because the effectiveness of this soap is what will take you out to the market. Start from your neighbors, start from your friends. You could give a little, quantity to friends and family for them to start and give you your pass back. Okay, now using my practical and unique formulas, you can see right before your eyes how easy it is to produce quality liquid soap. But I don't want you to just watch and tell me thank you, ma. God bless you, ma. That is good, but I will be happier when you put this into practice. Practice what you've just learned. Don't God bless me every time. Show me the results of what you've done. It will make me happier. And that's why I asked, are you an action taker, or you're just a lukewarm who likes to watch videos? No, take a step and put money in your pocket. That's the essence of this whole thing, acquiring a skill. Actually, to get more unique, easy, straightforward formulas like what you have just learned today, I advise you please click on the video, the link below, to order a copy of my comprehensive training guide. There I'll teach you simple step-by-step formulas on how you can actually produce 20 different beauty and sanitary products that are fast selling. You can actually see the list of products on the link below, so go ahead and click on it. Now, this training guide you keep hearing me talk about is actually a 105 pages divided into 3 modules for ease of learning. Yeah, I actually simplified it for you to really understand. The information in this guide is top-notch, and it is the best do-it-yourself manual of its kind in Nigeria. Take me anywhere, you'll find out that it's actually the best, well simplified. And now let me address the concern of those who tell me they are not good at selling. When you order your guide today, you must not start selling these products. Trust me, the amount you will save when you start making products like liquid soap, like what we did today, or hair cream or shampoo or disinfectant or nail polish remover, if you're a woman, it will amaze you to know the amount of money you save for yourself and family. For instance, I actually used just 1,500 to make 10 liters of liquid soap. But we all know 1 liter of liquid soap in the markets from the top brands sell for at least 500 naira. You do the maths and tell me how much profit you make at the end of 10 liters production. Now, if at 500 naira you get a liter and you have 10 liters here, I'm sure you know
it will take you 5,000 naira to buy 10 liters of liquid soap, but we just produce same with 1,500 naira, which saves us 3,500 naira. As a wife, you should know that that's enough. You know, it's a good starting point for savings for you, especially if it's a housewife we're talking about you, because they have 3,500 saved up for you. And isn't that enough reason for you to start to learn the skills today, so that you could save yourself some money? And it's the same for other products too. There are other benefits. So it's not just all about you don't know how to sell or you don't know how to market your product after production. Start by trying to encourage yourself to save for your own personal self and your family. Now, another benefit of ordering your training guide today is that you can actually produce or even gift it to others. You could gift it to a friend or a family member, that younger brother or sister that needs a skill and you want them to learn. That training guide is actually the best gift you could give to any loved one. And you know how a gift gladdens the heart. Yes, somebody like me actually like a gift. My husband knows that too well. And if he wants to get me on a good note, get me a gift. And this is one of the gifts you can give to a loved one and you'll be thanked, for a very long time. And you can actually produce any of the 20 products and gift it to your boss. It could be a neighbor, it could be a colleague, it could be your pastor or even a mom. By the time a pastor is telling you, God bless you, God bless you, you know how many times or what that blessings will actually do for you at long run. So start from there. It's not always all about, making and then getting money immediately. It's the fact that that good feeling of knowing that I can actually make a good liquid soap. I can actually make my hair cream. Somebody looks at your nail polish and you say, I need this nail polish. Those actually stand you out. And this idea I had, it wasn't money. And then when I realized it was fetching me money, I'm like, oh, of course, an added advantage for me. So, I want you to, first of all, change the mentality of you don't know how to. A lot of people address that issue now. Calm down, learn the skill first. The doors will open for you and you'll be amazed at how people will come knocking. Trust me, such gestures actually come from everywhere, and open doors and favors will come around for you when you actually are good in this skill you learned today. So for those who have younger ones and people who come to you for money, don't you think this is the best way you can actually solve the problem for yourself and say, I need money, uncle, I need money? And people who come to you, there are family members who will always be at your doorstep. By the time you teach them this skill, even them will not have the shame to ask you for money. Buy this guy today and catch a fish, not just giving them the fish. You teach them how to catch a fish, and next time they will forever thank you for it. Yeah, it's not just even the thank you from these younger ones you end up getting. You'll be amazed how maybe next time they pay my need to make hair cream. She came to my house the next week, and guess what she brought for me? She gave me 2 liters of hair cream, and I felt good. And that could be the kind of gift you could get from a loved one, rather than them constantly asking you for money. In order to sweeten this offer for you, I have created a fast action bonus for the first 50 persons. So order now and receive 2 bonus videos on perfume and hair cream production. I actually mean it when I say if you fall among the first 50, you have a bonus from me. Because the truth is, I have thousands of students actually on the same stream and watching the same video. But I will only give this bonus to the first 50. I really encourage you to be among the first 50, because this prize will not actually remain the same. And there's another thing I'll do for you, which is really special. I'll add you to the list of those who are among the first to receive more formulas. And you know me now, I'm always testing new things. For every idea I get, trust me, those first 50 will be those who will be privileged to getting that information. And if you don't act fast now, you can just make do with the free videos you watch here, but as a paying student, you're rest assured of my 247 support. And be sure that anytime you have any question or you have any production to make, I'm just a phone call away. And just send in your questions and I'll always be here to answer you. Okay, now to further take the fears off you, a lot of people have asked me this. Let me now be clear with you. If you place an order for your guide today, I'm going to give you
30 whole days guarantee. What does that mean? If you buy this guide today and you start counting from day 1 to the 30th, which is 1 month, try all the formulas, every step, everything you find on that guide, and you don't get the exact result, just contact me on any of my social media platforms or my phone numbers listed with proofs. Give me evidence that yes, you tried it didn't work. Sister, brother, I will refund your money ASAP, immediately, because the truth is, I know how much it cost me to learn all this. I'm giving you 20, not just 1, not 2, not 3. I'm giving 20 different productions for you to make. And I'm doing this because I really want you to stand up and start making something for yourself. I know how it feels like. I know where I was before. So don't fail me on that. If you really feel whatever it is you get from this training guide is not worth it, just contact me. Really, I'm very serious about it, because that's how confident I am with this training guide. Because the truth is, I really know how much I charge for one-on-one training. Now you may ask, how much is this guide? This guide that I've been talking about it. It's just 5,000 naira. You know what that means? I charge just 250 naira for each skill you're learning, for each production you're going to make. 250 naira. I know how much it cost me to learn, but I'm giving it to you at that amount. And please, I know how my Nigerians are. They will now want to calculate for me and tell me, you know what, give me this. Don't do that with me. 250 naira is what each costs, but I'm giving a whole guide 20 for 5,000 naira. But only for the first 50. As at last month I sold the same guide, I know how much I sold it. So the first 50 now who actually buy this will buy it for 5,000 naira plus 2 additional big bonus videos. And like I told you, I'm a phone call away. Any question at all, any production at all, just holler. I'll be here. So just like I said, the training guide is 5,000 naira. Now, if you now say you don't have 5,000 naira to invest for this launch time, because the truth is, after a while the price will actually go up, I will advise you to look for it. This is the best thing you could do for yourself. The best and the cheapest so far. To learn 20 different things, look for that money. But if you say you don't have it, no problem. I'm not going to force you to it, because I know what it takes to and how much it costs to actually acquire such skill. I advise that you just end up making do with the free videos you have that I've posted there for you. I've actually shared with you about 3-4 free videos. You can actually pick anyone, learn. You can even learn, do a supply, get money and get the training guide. That's another way you can raise 5,000 naira. You can learn how to make the supply and raise 5,000 naira, because I advise you to get the training guide, because heaven knows that I have tried my best. I don't know what else to do, because the truth is, it costs to actually do this packaging, it cost me to do this video, it cost me to do this experiment, and I'm not charging you basically for teaching you. I'm only charging you for the cost of all it takes to do this practicalization with you. But I trust you will make your orders. I trust, my instinct tells me that you'll be moved to changing your financial situation, not mine but yours. Change it for the better and earn respect for yourself. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but it's a very bitter truth. I was there and I knew what it took me to raise my ass up and figure out a way for myself and family. So I hope to see you on the other side of success. Actually, on the other side of production success. My first 50 students, I'm waiting for you after this video. My promise still stands: 2 free videos and 247 responses from me. I'll be there to guide you all the way. Whatever it is you want, just call me. You have that privilege. And till I come your way again next time, I remain yours sincerely, Grace Okay. But remember, this whole thing is just an exercise to tell you that we can do it ourselves. That's why it's called do it yourself. I call myself the do it yourself advocate. We're not just going to learn beauty. We're not just going to learn sanitary products. We're also going to learn. One day we'll do a video on how to make a very good delicacy. Cooking, yes. I always just like to research things. So any skill, any information I acquire, I'll come share with you. And a lot of you have contacted me in language. Yes, you've done your research, and I like that. It shows that you're smart. Yes, I'm actually doing very well in language, and I intend to share a video one day, soonest, on how I get it right in my language business. Anything to give me money, give me that comfort. I really like comfort. My sister, my brother, I enjoy it and I work for it, but I work at ease. my own pace. And that's what I'm teaching you now. Learn this and see how fast money just keeps flowing. Thank you for watching.